All right, so we're here with Hector Sandoval from Combate Americas. Hector, what's going on with you, man? How you been lately?
Man, everything's good. Everything's good.
Do you have any ideas on what your next match is? Or?
Yeah, I don't really know when I'm fighting, man. I want to fight. You know, it's been hard trying to get fights, but I'm always staying ready. So I'm always motivated and hungry to fight again. You know, I was out for a while, but I feel good. You know, 20 months of no fights. I want to make sure I stay busy. This year, try to at least fight twice. So that'd be fun.
All right. So what caused the layoff? Did you have any injuries, or was it just trying to find a fight, or what was going on?
Yeah, I was dealing with injuries. I was dealing with neck injuries, you know, that took me away from fighting. But, you know, at the end of the day, your health's more important than a fight, you know? So, yeah, I was dealing with injuries, but right now I'm healthy and motivated to keep fighting, you know?
All right.
I haven't had a 20-month layoff, and I don't remember when. So I'm just motivated, and I just want to stay busy, man.
I heard that, man.
Yeah.
So how did the signing the Combate Americas, how did that all come about?
Well, we were working on a negotiation for a contract, but it didn't really work out that way. So I'm not officially under Combate contract, but it would be nice to get a contract. But it doesn't matter, you know. I just want to fight. If Combate is excited about putting me on, then I'm excited to be about being on. It was nice to fight in Northern California, an hour away from my family. It was a great show, great promotion, motivated. I mean, like I said, man, I just want to fight. So if we could figure out a contract and make it happen, then I'm willing to stay with Combate.
All right. Well, you know that you bring up a good point. So you don't have a contract, but we know you recently called out Gustavo Lopez on Instagram. Somebody, I think Combate themselves, posted up a picture of the belt.
Yeah.
And it said who's next or what's next for Gustavo, and you were the first one to raise your hand.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything back from the organization itself, or?
No, I haven't heard anything. I mean, for me, to fight Gustavo, that would be a fun fight. I mean, definitely a fight that I can win. I mean, I've never really fought at 35s and stuff like that, but I feel like I'll be a little bit more, I don't know, just motivated, you know, to go up a weight class and try to win another belt, or try to win a belt at 35. And then even come back down, because I usually walk around at 143, 144, so it would be an easy weight cut. I win a belt there, and then I win a belt at 25s, which, if that's what they want to do, I'm willing to do both. But I know I could compete with those guys at the 35 at Combate, so for me, winning a belt there at 35 is cool. Winning a belt at 25s is cool, you know? I just want big fights.
That's right. So when you did call out Gustavo, he told you, get a couple more fights. You do your thing, I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think he's trying to duck you, or that's a politically correct thing to say?
No, that was a nice thing. I mean, I didn't say mean or anything that I would fight him, you know, but, you know, he hit me back on, he IG'd me in my DM or whatever, and then we talked about it, and he said it would be a fun fight, you know, but he already had the fight scheduled. So I was just like, man, let's make this money, you know, like, that's what I fight for. People fight for other reasons, but for me, I fight for money, you know, to feed my family. I got family, I got kids, you know, that's what it's all about. If Gustavo said if he didn't have a fight, he'd be interested in putting that fight together. I mean, it'll be fun. I know I can win the fight, so that'd be dope.
Right, and that's actually going up in weight for you, right?
Yeah.
You're normally a flyweight.
Yeah.
This would actually be up
for sure. I'll be up 10 pounds. It would be like an 8-pound cut. I'll go in there, I'll win a belt, you know, and then there it goes. Go from there.
That's pretty cool, man. That actually brings up a good point to talk about. You said that would only be an 8-pound cut for you.
Yeah.
That would almost be kind of like fighting like one FC, right? Where they really don't have weight cutting. It's really more like what you walk around.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man?
About one, how they are, or just the weight cutting, the process?
No weight cutting, exactly.
It's cool, you know, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen, you know. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool that one does that, you know, that they do the hydration test and stuff. That's dope, you know. But the guys at the higher level, man, everyone's cutting weight. So if you're not cutting weight, you know, you're kind of at a disadvantage, you know. But for me to go in there and fight Gustavo at 35s, he'll cut a lot of weight. I won't cut no weight, and I'll just win the fight, you know.
That's right. Now, your first match in Combate, that was also at 35, wasn't it?
No, it was at flyweight. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I took the fight on a short notice as well. Like they said that he took the fight at short notice. I took the fight short notice too. I didn't know I was fighting. I just got prepared. I thought I might be fighting, but nothing was under contract till 3 weeks before the fight. So everyone was like, "Oh, he took the fight on the short notice." So did I. You know.
Right. All right, man. So besides Gustavo, Who else in the organization interests you as far as a name? There's a couple names floating around in there.
Yeah, I just don't like the 25 pounds. I feel like they're building a division. They just don't have anyone there for me. So that's why I was just like, well, if they don't have anyone there to fight at 25, then I'll fight 35s. There's a lot of good competition at 35s. They got some good fighters. I'll go in there, beat those guys, and just keep defending my belt at 35s until they build a 25 or whatever, you know? For me, it's all about winning belts and getting money.
That's right, man. So you keep saying that, you know, you fight for money, that's what you do it for.
Yeah.
It's not for the belt, really.
No.
You're trying to get paid, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like me, I don't like fighting, you know? I have a family, you know, and for me, I don't really enjoy fighting, but when it's time to throw down, you know, and fight, you know, for my life, I'm gonna go in there and fight for my life, and you know I'm gonna go in there and win. That's my whole motivation, is to win every time. I love being a martial artist, I love training, I love doing all that stuff, but the fight, people be like, I like to fight. Like for me, I don't like to fight, but that's how I get paid, that's how I make my money, and I'll go in there and fight my life out, you know, like my heart out, whatever I gotta do to win, I'll go in there and win that fight. Competition is nothing to me.
What, speaking of that, like, what got you into fighting? How'd you get this whole career started?
So, I've been wrestling since I was 12 years old, and then my brother had a friend in the neighborhood that had an MMA gym, and I was an iron worker, and then my brother was like, let's go check out this MMA gym. So I went in there, you know, and I was like, all right, let's go check it out. So we went in there, I out-wrestled everyone, I was just slamming people, and then they were like, from there on, you know, like I just never stopped training. I just kept competing, kept training, and I just fell in love with it. I didn't really know about, like, I didn't think they had a division for me or whatever, so that's why I really was never motivated to fight for or whatever. But dude, once I went there, I learned about martial arts, and I just enjoyed every minute of it. I quit my job and started fighting.
All right, man. What keeps you motivated? Is it family?
Yeah, no, for sure. I got 2 kids. I got a son that shows up to my fights mostly all the time, and then I got one son that doesn't like me even fighting. You know, if I tell him I got a regular job, he'll be happy. But you know, for me, that's motivation itself. You know, like having my kids not really want me to fight. You know, like some parents or some fighters, they have kids that are like 2, 3, 4 years. They don't understand. My kids, one of my sons is 13 years old. He's the one that doesn't really like to show up to the fights. My other one's 9, about to be 10, you know, like my kids are being a process of my journey, which I enjoy and I love. And every time, even when they walk out with me, like that's a motivation in itself. You know, I'm not gonna lose in front of my kids, you know, but yeah.
I like that, man. I like that. Yeah, having children definitely adds something to the drive, right?
No, for sure.
To get up every day and do it, man. Especially what you do right here. I mean, how many practices a day do you go to?
Yeah, I practice 2-3 times a day, you know, and then I run on my own. I'm always running, and just my kids go to school, so that's my time, like my job. So then my kids go to school from 9 to 3, 9 to 4, 9 to 5, and for me, I'm at practice from 9:30 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So then I go home and spend time with my family. Like that's how it is. I train all day, and when they get out of school, I hang out with them. I don't come back to the gym, you know.
So, is one of your goals to get back into the UFC, or is it really just fighting? And you just want to fight?
Yeah, like for me, I don't really care. Like if I get to the UFC, that's obviously amazing and awesome for me to compete against the best fighters in the world. And then, but for me, like I said, man, I fight for money, and if someone could take care of me and feed my family fighting elsewhere, like I'm fine with that, you know? Like for me, fighting UFC, Combate, One, Brave, like I don't really care. Like as long as they're paying me and I'm able to feed my family, that's all that matters to me, you know? So I want to go where the money's at. The UFC got rid of 80% of the promotion. Of the flyweights. They got rid of a bunch of flyweights. I haven't fought when I got released by them, I haven't fought in like a year and 6 months. You know, so I got released, and you know, whatever. You know, it's kind of fucked up, but I'm a little bitter about it. But it is what it is.
Right now, you know? I mean, they got rid of one of the best divisions. You know? It's one of the more exciting ones in my opinion. Everybody likes to see the big dudes, but if you really like fighting, MMA and fighting, you want to watch the flyweights, you want to watch the featherweights, because that's where all the excitement's at. So it doesn't make any sense to me, but you know, you make a great point. They got rid of 8% of the flyweight. It's a huge opening for somebody like Combate to come in and swoop up a bunch of really good talent like yourself, man. So I don't know what they're doing, but they need to get on it. You know what I mean?
I've been trying to get a hold of those guys. It's just hard to, like, for me with Combate. It's like, are you like, I've been trying to, hey, we're gonna get this happening, we're gonna make this happen, but they haven't said anything, you know?
Right, yeah.
It's just like, man, like, I feel like if they're losing, you know, if anything, you know, like, for me to fight for Combate is cool because obviously they fight a lot of their fights in Northern California, which a lot of family, and then I got family in Mexico and shit that will never make it to this country, you know? They can show up, and, you know, obviously I paid for the tickets, but it'd be dope though. My family from Mexico is not like wealthy, you know? They're very poor people. They live in a small little town. They're not like living in Guadalajara, you know, Mexico City, where, you know, there's a little bit more of the wealthier people there, you know? Or Puerto Vallarta. They don't live in that, you know? They live in a small little poor town, you know? So whenever I go to Mexico, I pay, you know, for them to come, pay for them to stay with me, hang out. Like, for me, because my family, like I said, they're from a small little poor town. So, like, when I fought in Mexico, I had a cousin that I paid for him to come out here, stay with me. I paid for everything. We went out to eat everywhere, and it was amazing because my cousin never had anything that I fed him. He never had any of the food that I ever fed him the whole time. And we were there for 3 weeks. So I blessed him for 3 weeks. He never had anything like a American yogurt that I would buy over there, you know? Because obviously it was Mexico City, so they're a little bit on the wealthier side, you know? It was like a Bel Air or a Nugget, you know, the grocery store that I was buying stuff from, you know? That's how nice it was. And I was staying in, I don't know if you know about Mexico, but I was staying in Polanco, you know? So it was like in the wealthier side, you know? And I stayed there, and my cousin, man, he was just amazing. He never had anything that I fed him, like almond milk or something so simple that we don't think about, like almond milk, yogurts, you know, Greek yogurt, you know, like, you know, spaghetti or anything like that. He's never had anything like that. Sushi, you know, like we were out there for 3 weeks. I brought my family and shit, and we stayed there. My cousin just never had anything to do. He was just like, what is this, you know? He never had any type of food like that, you know? All they're used to is the custom is tacos or something, you know? Frijoles y arroz. That's the poor man's plate, you know? That's what I call it. But it's good, you know? But like, it was awesome. I was trying to say, you know? The best part was like, it was amazing for me to bless him with something that he never experienced for 3 weeks. I stayed in a big ass, and I rented an Airbnb. I stayed in a nice place. The UFC didn't cover none of this. I covered everything, you know? Right. But I was cool though. Like I said, I brought my family. My cousin left, like, just changed person probably. Like, man, that's just crazy. There's so much light to life than just living in a small little town, you know? Where my family lives, they fucking pick aguacates and shit, you know? Or mangoes, you know? That's all they do. That's all their career is. Like, bro, you guys gotta go somewhere else, you know? He went to Mexico City. He's like, whoa, what is this? Because he's from Mexico. He never been to those places, you know?
To hear a story like that, like, that's some crazy shit, you know? Like, they need more people like you showing people down there that it's possible. Like, there's more to life than just picking mangoes or picking aguacates. Like,
that's what I was saying, dude. It was like, for me, that, like, my cousin, after the fight was over, like, I lost the fight, you know? But like, just the whole process in itself was just amazing. Like, being able to bless someone for 3 weeks that never experienced anything that I fed him. He was just like, what is this, you know? Every type of meal, everything, sushi, from all that. He never had any of that stuff, man. It was for me, it was amazing. And win or lose, at the end of the day, it's all good, you know?
That's great, man. No, those are really good memories. Fuck, dude. It's crazy to think that there's people down there that have never even traveled outside of their own little town.
No,
you know what I mean?
They don't have money like that. Some people, they don't have money to be traveling there and traveling here. They don't have money, you know, they're broke, you know? Like,
do you have any aspirations of doing anything bigger with your name, with your money, as far as maybe helping out some of these other countries, some of these other areas that are, you know, less fortunate?
Yeah, no, for sure. For me, like I said earlier, I have a family and my kids go to school. But like, if I didn't have like those type of things, because I have to think before I do things. I can't just bounce and leave my family behind. Like, I would love to like pick up my family and just say, let's just move to Mexico and change life, you know?
Right.
Motivate people, you know? There's so much to it. Like, America, they're used to that kind of stuff. There's a lot of wealthier people over there. You know, for someone like me to show up, open up a gym, have my own little thing, that'd be dope, you know? For me, having all my people, Latinos, you know? I love a lot of Hispanic people. I don't really speak Spanish, but I'm born in Michoacan, you know, Uruapan. So, like I said, man, I don't really speak Spanish very much, but dude, I definitely know where I come from, you know? I come from Uruapan, Michoacan, you know?
So tell me a little bit about that, because we didn't really get into that.
Yeah.
You were born in Mexico.
Yeah, so I was born in Mexico. What happened was my mom has a bunch of kids, right? My mom has a bunch of kids. All my brothers are all born in Mexico. I'm sorry, my mom has a bunch of kids. I'm number 5 of the 8, right? And they're all born here except for me, you know? So my older brothers, they're all born in America except for me. I'm 5 of the 8, you know?
All right.
And so my mom went to Mexico, had me, stayed there for a little bit and came back. But all my older brothers, they're all born in this country, in San Jose. All my younger brothers, they're all born in here, you know? My mom had 8 kids in America, 7 kids in America, including me, but I wasn't born here, you know? I feel like I was born here. When I was a kid, I told people I was born in San Jose, you know? But my brothers would always snitch me out, like, bro, you're not born in San Jose, you're born in Mexico. I'm like, fuck you guys, I'm born in San Jose. But yeah, man, like, all my older brothers, they were born in San Jose. My younger brothers, they were born in Sacramento. And, you know, for me, I feel like I'm born or in America, but I'm really not, you know? I'm born in Uruapan, Michoacan, you know?
How old were you when you came here?
So I was really young, maybe like months old, you know?
Okay.
So I was months old. I went to elementary here, I went to preschool here, I went to middle school, I went to high school, you know? And it goes on, you know?
That's crazy, man. So tell me a little bit about that. How was that growing up with that lifestyle? I can relate a little bit. I was born in Guadalajara, Jalisco, so I came here when I was 3.
Yeah.
Especially in Northern California, there's not as many of us, and by us, I mean Latinos, right? Yeah. So how was it growing up here, man?
For me, it was a blessing. Like I said, I was born in Mexico. My parents already were in America before they went back to Mexico and had me. I'm the only one born in Mexico, and my mom's 8 kids. I'm the only one born in Mexico. So I'm number 5 of the 8, which is dope, you know?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Right. So all my older brothers and my younger brothers are all born in America. But what were you saying? I'm sorry, I got lost.
No, it's just, you know, how was it growing up?
No, it was good. I mean, like, I feel like I said, you know, growing up, I always thought I was born in this country, you know? And my brothers and my sisters would always be like, no, you're not. You're born in Mexico. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm born in San Jose, you know? But yeah, but now, like when I was young, I didn't know anything about Mexico, you know, and now that I'm a lot older and I understand what it is, like I'm proud to be a Mexican, you know, I'm proud to say I was born in Mexico, you know. So, like for me, like soy orgulloso siendo mexicano de Uruapan, Michoacán.
So you obviously had to get legalized, right?
Yeah,
you had to get
papers and go through the paperwork. So I went through the process. So I've been living in this country. For. So my mom probably came here when I was months old. So I didn't really get a green card until I was 9th grade, and I was like a freshman. In 2000, I think I got my green card. It was like 2000. I still have a green card. I'm not a citizen of this country, which is kind of weird because obviously I've been here forever. But I feel like it's never like clicked in my head to go through the paperwork because my parents went through the paperwork. My parents did file paperwork when I was like 10th grade, I think 2000, 2002, right around there. They went through the paperwork and I never really cared about it, you know? And now with Mr. Trump, you know, it's like, all right, well, let me become a citizen of this country. I never really cared of becoming a citizen because I was like, fuck it, I'm from Sac. I'm from here. Yeah, I'm from here, you know? I represent Sacramento, you know, Southside Sacramento to the fullest, you know? And like, I feel like I was born here now, but things are getting a little bit more difficult, and I feel like now's the time to go through the process and just become a citizen of the country, you know?
You know what, man, you bring up a great topic. Combate America signed Tito Ortiz.
Yeah.
I don't know if you keep up with him on social media or not, but he's constantly talking about he's fighting for those that did it the legal way. How do you feel about what he's saying? Do you think that's a good message to be promoting, you know, or even just a good message to be coming from the promotion, period?
Yeah. Man, like for me, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's a tough subject to talk about because, like, in some way, like, I kind of feel like in America and stuff, and some other places don't got hope, you know? So, like, coming to this country, there's hope, you know? Like, in other countries, like, my parents came, there was no hope there. They were like, let's go to America, you know? And for me, I feel like I was born here and raised here, and I feel like an American, but in a way, it's kind of like, I don't know, like it's hard for me to say because like in a way it's kind of like right, like people should come here the right way, you know? But it's hard when you got no hope in from other countries, you know? It's like, what are you gonna do, you know? Stay at the country where there's nothing there? Like, nah, hell no. I'm gonna come to America where I can change my life, you know, and do better, you know? Obviously there's opportunities here, why not? I can't say anything to no one that comes here illegally, like, do what you do, you know? Like if you have to come here illegally for a better life, all respect to you, you know, and if you do it the right way, well, good for you too, you know?
Right, man. No, I 100% agree with you. I think that's a great message.
Yeah.
You have to do what you gotta do to survive, man.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive, you know? But for sure, Mexican, Hispanic, Latino, like, all power to you guys, man. But if you gotta come here for a better life, for an opportunity, do what you gotta do.
I agree with that, man. I agree with that a lot. Well, I think that's a good way to stop it, man. It's
thank you.
Great message to send to people.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time, man.
Hell yeah. Gracias por todo.
Órale.